Hey guys, so this is hours after I finished Half-Blood Prince. I just listened to the first chapter of Deathly Hallows, and wow, a lot has already happened. You find out that Tonks and Remus got married, and I'm like, yes, I'm so excited. I love them together, and I'm just happy that it all worked out. You also find out that the Death Eaters want to like disband, and Snape, the Death Eaters and Snape want to disband the Ministry, and they're taking Harry out of his place. Like, Hogwarts is taking Harry out of his aunt and uncle's house like a day before he turns 17 so he can live at the Ministry. Well, they're gonna disband the Ministry, and it's just all gonna be bad and intense, and I'm not ready for the dramatic turmoil that this book is gonna be. The last one wasn't too bad, but this one, I think a lot of people are gonna die. Watching the Half-Blood Prince movie, so far it has not lined up with the book, but I'll let you know my thoughts after the movie. Hello, just finished watching the Half-Blood Prince movie. I liked it, but it was nothing like the book. Like, they changed so much. They added a lot of things that weren't in the book, but I still liked it. It was still funny. Like, I honestly think Half-Blood Prince is my new favorite, and then it's Prisoner of Azkaban, because, like, I just love how much Hagrid is in Prisoner of Azkaban. He's not really in a lot of the later books as much as he's in, like, the first three. But I will do a definitive ranking of all the books once I finish this last one. I'm also going to possibly include my opinions on Cursed Child, because I'm planning on reading that in this vlog as well, because it's short and I could probably finish it in like a day, because it is a play and plays don't take more than a day to get through. Got my reading buddy by my side. It's a good time. It's almost like 1 in the morning, but I wanted to get one more chapter of Harry Potter done, and also wanted to read till I get to part 2 of this book right here. This is such a good book, and I highly recommend it. Hey guys, so I just finished chapter 2 and chapter 3, and chapter 2 is called In Memoriam, and it's basically just Rita Skeeter being annoying and writing a bunch of false information. That is literally that whole chapter. And then chapter 3 is when it's called The Dursleys Departing, and someone from the Ministry comes to the Dursley household and takes them to like a secret location so Voldemort can't find them, and then somebody else is going to pick up Harry and bring him to another secret location because he's of age now. And I thought it was really sweet because like Dudley actually showed that he cared about Harry and what was going on, and I was just like, that is so sweet. And Aunt Petunia started caring too, but Uncle Vernon just doesn't care, which, whatever, he's a trash person. Hedwig died, and now I'm just mad. And I know this book is doomed, and there's gonna be so many deaths, and I'm not ready. Good morning. I just read chapter 5, which was called The Fallen Warrior. And I'm not even 6 chapters in, and there have been 2 deaths already. Like, what the heck? First Hedwig died, and now Moody died. And I'm just like, there's gonna be so much death in this book. I can already tell. Hey guys, so I just finished chapter 8, The Wedding. So Fleur and Bill got married, and at the end of the chapter, the Ministry is disbanded and the Death Eaters are coming, so that's really scary. But Harry talks to this the Doge guy that talked about Dumbledore in like the eulogy in the newspaper, and he like gets more information about it, and that's cool. And then Aunt Muriel is really annoying. And the chapter before that was called Dumbledore's Will, and he gives Harry a snitch, the one that he caught in his first Quidditch match. He gives Ron his like illuminator thing that like turns off lights, and then he gives Hermione the Tales of Beedle and the Bard, which is like a bunch of children's stories. So I'm interested to see how those items will help them in the defeating of Voldemort. So yeah, I am probably gonna read up to chapter 12 today. That's my plan, and then I hope to be done with this book by Wednesday or Thursday this week, and then I will read Cursed Childs. Wow, I just read chapter 9. A lot had happened. They left the wedding because there was danger at the wedding, which I pretty much saw coming. And they went to this cafe in the Muggle world because they thought they were going to be safer there, but then Death Eaters were disguised as workmen and like showed up there. And then they decided to go to Sirius's like old house, like the Grimmauld house, and there were a bunch of like jinxes set up to catch Snape because he like betrayed the order. So then Harry's scar like starts hurting, and he thinks Voldemort is near, and he sees like a vision of one of the Death Eaters that let them escape getting tortured, but not by Voldemort, by Draco Malfoy. And that is pretty much where that chapter left off. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what else can go on, because this is the most intense book yet. They're not even at Hogwarts and all this stuff is going down. I'm on chapter 10, which is called Creature's Tale, and they finally figured out that RAB is Regulus Black. It took them so long. Like, I knew that when they first said RAB. That's why I'm a Ravenclaw. So I'm in the middle of chapter 11, or I think chapter 11. It's called the Bribe, and you find out that Tonks is pregnant with Remus's baby, but he's unhappy because he doesn't want to ruin her life by having a werewolf child. And I'm like, oh my god. Reading chapter 12, and yo, what is this? No. Oh my god. Also, this is Magic is Might, if you're wondering the title of this chapter. But, no, Snape is now headmaster, and that's not okay. Okay, good morning. So I stayed up late last night, so I'm doing my work right now, so I'm only going to talk a little bit, but I'm listening to the audiobook of Deathly Hallows right now, and I'm on chapter 14, which is called The Thief, and they talk about maybe Voldemort is after another item to make a Horcrux. And they had like a vision where there was something small in the hand, and I have a theory. I think there is an item he wants to make a Horcrux inside the golden snitch that Dumbledore gave Harry in his will. And I think Dumbledore knew Voldemort wanted to make it a Horcrux, and he hid it in there and gave it to Harry. I don't know. I'm making connections, but I think that's what it is. Hello, so it is way later. I'm about to start chapter 17, which is called Bathilda's Secret. But so far today I have read The Thief, which I already talked about, but I have an update about that. So remember earlier when I said I think there's a Horcrux inside the snitch? Well, my boyfriend earlier was talking about the Resurrection Stone, and I didn't know what that was. And he's like, but they're trying to like find it, and it's one of the Deathly Hallows. And I was like, oh, I bet that's what's in the snitch. So yeah, and I think I figured that out. So then I read chapter 15, which is called The Goblin's Revenge, and honestly, like 15 and 16 were really boring. I feel like you have like 4 chapters where they're just camping, arguing about Horcruxes, talking about Horcruxes. Ron like left, so that's fun, and Ginny also left, so it's just Harry and Hermione. But they went to Godric's Hollow together, and they visited Harry's parents' grave, and that was just a really sweet moment. So I'm going to read on. So I just got done with chapter 17, Bathilda's Secret, and I'm so sad. Like, Harry's wand broke, and literally he has lost everything in the course of the last 2 books. Like, he has no broomstick, he has no school, no Ron, no mentor, no godfather. He doesn't have parents. He doesn't have the Dursleys' house, which is like the only home he's ever known. He also doesn't have the Weasley's house. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He doesn't have an owl. Like, I feel so bad for him. And he doesn't have Hogwarts. Like, he has literally lost everything. So you also get, so he has like a vision of the night his parents were killed, and he like sees himself as a 1-year-old in a crib. And that scene, like, I was shook. I was like, oh my gosh, like, we actually get to see how it went down that night. And I was just like, wow, like, intense. All right, so I am exactly halfway through, and I just read The Life and Lives of Dumbledore, or of Albus Dumbledore, or whatever. And that was a lot of information about Dumbledore and Grindelwald, and I don't know, like, this book's kind of boring. I feel like the second half's gonna be way better, but like, so far I'm just like bored. Like, I don't know. Did you guys feel that way about this one? Like, this one, Goblet of Fire and Chamber of Secrets were just really boring to me. Good morning. Well, it's actually afternoon. I haven't updated you since last night, but I read 3 more chapters. I am now on the one about Xenophilia Lovegood, but in the 2 previous chapters, so the Silver Doe, I believe that's what it's called, which is chapter 19, there is a doe, like, Patronus, and it leads Harry to the Sword of Gryffindor so that he can destroy the locket. Oh, just kidding. I'm on the one called The Tale of Three Brothers, but chapter 20 is called Xenophilia Lovegood. And they destroy the locket, and then they decide to go find Xenophilia Lovegood because they want to know what the triangle symbol is. And then in The Tale of Three Brothers, he tells them what the symbol means. It's the 3 Deathly Hallows, which is the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Invisibility Cloak. So that's where I'm at. And also, Luna is missing. Like, they took, the Ministry of Magic took Luna from him. What the heck? Where's Luna? I'm freaking out. So I made it to the end of chapter 23, which is called Malfoy Manor. And Dobby died, and I was driving, and I literally just cried when Dobby died. That was the most tragic death in this entire series so far. Like, I know who dies in this book, and I knew he was gonna die, but I just was not expecting it to be that dramatic and traumatizing, and it was just so sad. Okay, so I have an update from before, like when Dobby died. In the same chapter, Wormtail also died, and his, like, bionicle hand killed him. I was like, what? So yeah, there's so much death in this book. Wow, like I feel like everyone is just gonna be dead by the end of this book. Also, Luna's okay, and I'm very happy that Luna is okay. I got to the part where Lupin and Tonks have their baby. They named him Teddy, and Harry's the godfather. Oh my gosh, I was so happy when they made Harry the godfather, like, and that is in the chapter called Shell Cottage, and I'm just so happy. Like, oh, that was a good start to my reading today. I feel like not all the chapters I read today are gonna be as good because there's probably gonna be deaths and battles and things, but we'll see. So I just got done with chapter 27, which is called The Final Hiding Place, and it's 1 p.m. and I'm still in my pajamas. Voldemort, like, knows that they're looking for his Horcruxes, and he doesn't know how many they have and all that kind of stuff. So now he is gonna try to, like, guard all of them when Harry has most of them, and it's getting really intense. Also, like, the whole Gringotts chapter was really intense, and I think it's gonna, if they don't make that scene cool in the movie, I am going to be utterly disappointed, because that just visually is gonna be a good scene, I think. So I have 6 chapters left, and I'm not gonna update till I finish those 6 chapters. So I'm about to start the Battle of Hogwarts, and I just feel like this is gonna be an emotional roller coaster ride. Okay, I know what I said, that I wasn't gonna update you until after I finished, but oh my god. So much has happened. Fred died, Crabbe died, Remus and Tonks died, and now Snape died, and they just revealed that he, like, his Patronus is the doe because he's protecting Harry, and I don't know, like, and he loves Lily, and he's loved Lily this whole time, and, like, I don't know, that's just so sweet, and it, like, made me cry. So I just finished Harry Potter. It's almost 2:30 in the morning. And I have a job interview tomorrow, but I literally could not stop reading. Like, I had to see what happens. The 2 funniest parts of this whole series were when Madame Trelawney was giving people crystal balls to, like, throw. I was like, yes, like, that was just so funny. And then when Molly Weasley says, "Not my daughter, you bitch." But, wow, like, the ending was dramatic. Did Harry die? Or did he, like, I was so confused. Like, did he die and then come back to life? Like, I'm very confused. I don't think he was dead, because, like, he could still hear everything going on around him. So, I don't know. I'm very confused. But I'm gonna read Cursed Child and watch the 2 parts of this movie, and that will be the rest of this vlog. But wow, I cannot believe I am done with the main series. Hello everyone, it is the day after I finished Harry Potter, and today I'm going to be reading Cursed Child. I hope to read it all in one day. We will see if I can accomplish that. I have kind of a busy day today, and I'm also trying to watch the first part of Deathly Hallows today and the second part tomorrow. But I'm about to eat lunch and start Cursed Child. I am exhausted. I went to bed at 2:30, could not fall asleep because I was processing what had happened in Harry Potter. And today I had a job interview at 11:30, so I had to wake up kind of early. Like, I mean, it was early considering I just, like, couldn't sleep. So, like, 9 o'clock is kind of early. But look at this Hogwarts shirt. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. So, I'm gonna read Cursed Child, and yeah, I really don't want this vlog to be much longer than it already is. I've made progress. Not much I've been really busy today, but I just have to say that Albus Potter is an asshole, and he's really mean to his dad, and Harry doesn't deserve that, and I'm really scared about him being friends with Draco's son. And also I want to know if it's true that Scorpius is Voldemort's child. Like, what? So, Cursed Child update. I finished Act 1. I'm only going to check in every time I finish an act, but this is like the most ridiculous book I've ever read. Like, it's so bad that it's funny, so I need to keep reading it. It's a comedy. Like, it's so funny. Okay, so I'm at Act 2. I'm halfway through Cursed Child. I'm stopping there for tonight because I am not going to bed at 2:30 in the morning again. Like, that was a huge mistake. I was so tired today, but I'm confused because they keep like turning back time and messing up like the plots and everything. And also, like, this is kind of giving me gay romance vibes. Like, I know that a lot of people have a theory that like Albus and Scorpius were in love and they weren't just best friends, and like, honestly, that is what it seems like. But I don't know, this is the weirdest story I've ever read. There are so many like plot holes and things, and they keep like reversing time and making things happen. Like, Harry's dead now, and he died 20 years ago apparently, and I'm like, what? Like, this is just so crazy. Hermione's like an Umbridge type professor. Ron and Hermione aren't even married. I'm like, what is going on? Hey guys, so I just finished Act 3. I have one more act to read, and this book is just wild. Like, Voldemort's child is posing as Cedric Diggory's cousin. She's the cursed child, if you didn't know. Spoiler alert. But, this is just really crazy. And I don't think this lines up with the original 7. So I'm not even including this as like an 8th story, because it doesn't feel like it fits in with the rest of the series. Okay, so I just finished The Cursed Child, and it's not very good. It should be called Harry Potter and the Badly Written Fan Fiction. Basically, it is about Albus Potter and Scorpius Malfoy. They're best friends, and they want to go back in time to help Amos Diggory get Cedric back. And they meet this girl named Delphi, who is Voldemort and Bellatrix's daughter, and she wants to go back in time so that she can tell her dad not to fight Harry so that nothing bad happens. But she really just wants him to not fight Harry so that she can take over with her dark magic and all this stuff. But there's a lot of plot holes. It's very problematic. I felt like none of the characters were really themselves in this book, and I felt no attachment to any of these characters. So I'm gonna give this a 1-star rating because it kept me interested, but it kept me interested because it was so bad, and I just wanted to see if it was gonna get better. I do think the 4th act had some potential, but that's about it. So the last thing to include in this video is my definitive ranking of all of the books. I'm not including Cursed Child in this ranking, just the original 7. So I'm going to insert a picture right here of my ranking. So I'm actually going to wrap this vlog up here. I know I didn't watch the movies yet, but I feel like every time I watch the movies, my reaction is always the same, that they don't live up to the books, and I'm always kind of disappointed. So I'm wrapping up this vlog here because it's really long. Thank you so much for watching, for following me on this journey. I really enjoyed Harry Potter, and I will see you in my next video, probably some teacher content. Thank you so much for watching. Stay beautiful. Bye.